This weekend, we are back on our travels. We are heading off to Stuttgart. Will is taking part in a decathlon and I'm flying out today to go and join him. I've got to get the train down to Manchester and we're flying from Manchester to Stuttgart tonight. I am running late, as always. It's absolutely boiling in the UK, so I've got an ice lolly. I've got a 20-minute walk down to the train station and I'll show you a little bit of travel day and then into the competition. Good morning from Stuttgart. We landed last night really late, 12:30, checked into the hotel, straight to bed. Just woke up this morning, gonna go down for breakfast with Will, and then I'll give you a little brief update on where we're at, what's gonna happen, and what we're looking forward to this weekend. So I'm just back for breakfast. I went down to meet Will and I couldn't find him anywhere. Turns out they're in a different hotel to me. It's only a 10-minute walk, but yeah, he was looking for me, I was looking for him, and we're in completely different hotels. So that was fun. I destroyed breakfast. I had about 6 plates. Why is it when you're at home, you just grab like a bit of toast or a bagel or whatever? Whenever you're in a hotel, it's like, right, full 7-course tasting menu. Anyway, I'm gonna get packed. I need to go to Riva, supermarket anyway, get some food and snacks for the track, and then I'm going to get an Uber to the track with Will about 11 o'clock. The timetable in Germany is so much better than at home. We don't start until like 1:30 or something, which is ideal really. You're not rushing around, it's not such a long day at the track, hopefully anyway. So you probably start about 1:30 and be done by about 6, something like that. So yeah, I'll take you with us.
Hat er stehen aus dem zweiten Versuch. Vorsprung der weiblichen Jugend 20 da. Auch Mitglied im Kreisausschuss.
Set. Go!
So after a solid start to the decathlon in the 100 metres, an 11.34 into a minus 1.1, a couple of technical errors, it wasn't a disaster. So we move on to event 2, which is the long jump. And the long jump is Will's favourite event. He's already PB'd in this year, and it's his little pet. Everyone's got their event that they love. The competition started off with a couple of dodgy runs in the warm-up and straight into a foul in round 1. Round 2, he moved the run-up back, but the same result. It was another foul. The jumps were massive as well, so we didn't want to leave anything out there. We had to push, we had to press. The final jump, he was just short of the board, but a huge PB, 7.23. Next up, shot put. This is Will's, probably his weakest event, to be honest. And he was struggling a little bit in warm-up. He was off balance. The timing wasn't quite right. He's just moved up from a 6K shot put to a 7-kilo shot put. Round 1, he threw it out the sector and it was short of 10 metres. Round 2, we went up to 10.40 and he salvaged it in round 3 with 10.98. Now we move on to event number 4, the high jump. This is an event that has really held Will back in the last couple of years as we've had to rebuild his entire run-up and his whole approach to jumping. However, recently he jumped a PB of 1.90 m and now he just wanted to back that up. So he came in at, I think it was 77, he cleared 80. This is 83. He failed it the first time, the second time as well, clipped it off, and this was a third attempt at 183. Still touched it, but he went clear. Up to 1.86 m, and it was another first time failure. Before attempt number 2, he went flying over, and that was really what he was hoping for, just to be up there again. However, 1.89 m first attempt, and it was another clearance. This is second highest ever. Backs up his 190 from last week. He went on to have 3 pretty good attempts at 192, including this one, which I think on another day it might have stayed on. Oh. The final event of day number 1 is the 400 metres, and another event that Will has PB'd in this year. He took almost a second off his PB earlier this season, going from 52 low to 51 low. In this race, he got out hard. He was the fastest in the field. The only issue we've got is down the back straight. I think he put in a little bit too much. Like he was pushing really hard down the back straight. and he maybe should have just let himself spin a little bit more. So when he got to the 200 mark, he was pushing really hard here, but now he was starting to cash out. And that means that the lactic is going to start creeping up. And as you can see, he's starting to fatigue a little bit. As he's approaching the 300 metre mark, I can tell from Will that his form is changing. He's getting tight in the shoulders, he's rocking and rolling. At this point last year, the wheels would have well and truly come off. But because he has worked so hard through the winter, he does finish really, really strongly. It's another 51 second clock in, 51.9, his second fastest ever. But I'm sure there's a lot more to come here. Good morning from Stuttgart, day number 2 of the decathlon, and it is absolutely unreal out there. I think it might even be too hot. It says it's going to hit about 32 degrees today, which isn't good for the 1500. There's plenty of shade in that out there though, so hopefully the pole vault doesn't go on too long. Day 1 was good. Solid 100 into a headwind, which is disappointing. I feel like my group's been so unlucky with headwinds this year. We haven't had a tailwind 100 all season. The long jump was stress. Sitting on 2 fouls, there was no point taking the run up back a metre and jumping 6:30. He had to still go for it, and he jumped a huge PB. And it just makes us think, I wonder what more is in there, because he left 20 centimetres on the board and jumped 7:23. Shot put was bang average, but it wasn't bad at all, like 40 centimetres down on his PB. We need a breakthrough in shot put, but it's going to take a little bit of time, so it's fine. A bang average result in the shot put, that's the one. If you're going to pick an event to be averaging, it's the one with the least points. Very, very good high jump, backing up the 190 from last week with a 189. Very close attempts at 192. So that event is now exactly where we wanted it to be this year. And then a solid 400. It was in the 51s, so second fastest run ever. Just would have been nice to be lower 51s, but again, not too many points. Day 2's a big day. There's a lot of changes on day 2 from junior to senior. You've got the hurdles and you've got the discus, which are 2 really tricky events to get right. He's got to sort out some pole vault poles because we didn't travel with any, but there should be plenty of lads to borrow off. It's just finding the right one. And yeah, let's get into it.
Frankfurt auf Bahn 3, William Reed, City of York.
Day 2 kicks off with the 110 metre hurdles, and this is an event that Will could be really, really good at. He has gone up to the senior hurdles this year. However, he does make mistakes, and today was no different. He got off to a decent start. His first 5 or 6 hurdles were good, but you see here he loses his rhythm, clips that hurdle, jumps that, lands almost on 2 feet, and then it was just a case of getting to the end. The time wasn't good. It was a bit of a disaster, but he had to regroup because next up was discus. So after the hurdles nightmare, Will had to just get his head in the game for the discus. However, it was slipping out his hand in the warm-up and it went out the sector a couple of times. A dodgy throw in round 1, which was 25 metres, was followed by a decent throw of 33 metres and not too far off his PB. Event number 8 is the pole vault, and this is probably another one of Will's preferred events, one of his favourite events. He competes in it quite a lot. He went over 380, 390, 4, all first-time clearances. 4 meters 10 as well. Really nice clearance. He was on borrowed poles here as well because he couldn't fly his to Germany, so he borrowed some of the local lads' ones. 420, he failed it on his first attempt, and then on his second attempt, he was really close, but he hit it before going over it and equaling his PB on attempt number 3. Over the last couple of years, Will's been working super hard in the gym and on some technical stuff, and is managing to turn javelin from a weak event into a pretty strong one. He opened up here with 43, before improving up to, I think it was 45, 46, before hitting a 47 metre throw, his second furthest ever, just shy of his 48 metre PB from just a couple of weeks ago. Next up was the 1500, and this is one where I've watched Will run a lot of bad 1500s, and he's put in so much work. We do split 1500s, we do loads of endurance in the winter, and it's just a case of getting your head in the right place and executing a race. And he's done so much of it that I think he started to finally click on to what the pace is like. And the thing is, a 1500 hurts, whether you run it fast or slow. So in this race, he really committed early. He got himself into good positions. He almost ran the perfect race for his ability level anyway. So he went into this race with a PB of 4 minutes 56. Here he is finishing really, really strong and setting a new PB, not just 5 seconds, not 10 seconds, but by 13 seconds down to 4 minutes 43. Leaving him with a decathlon PB, even with that dodgy hurdles of 6,609 points. beating his junior score, making a great international debut, senior debut, and yeah, there's loads more to come. It was a great weekend, and on to the next.